Yeah, just real pleased with everyone. It was a great team effort. I thought Camille, when she came in the first half, gave us a real lift. They were doubling Elisa every time she touched it on the block, and in the first half had a little trouble at times because when she kicked it out, we weren't knocking down threes. First half we were 1 for 8 from three. So Camille did a great job one-on-one down there. Was patient and finished well. And then in the second half, when they did double Elisa, 4 assists, 0 turnovers, great job there, and we started hitting the three. And so that really, again, we're at our best when we're doing that inside out and getting touches in there. I thought, like I said, Camille gave us a great lift. Jada Boyd gives us a lift when she comes in. Diamond, we are very blessed to have a lot of people that can come in on a given night and give us a bolt of energy. So again, pretty good balance. A lot of people 2, 4, 5 in double figures, and Kai Crutchfield right there with 9. So that's the balance you like to see. So I thought defensively we did a pretty nice job. Jill Spears, a great player. I thought we did a pretty good job of making it hard on her when she came off picks on the ball. And when we helped with that post, I thought everybody else did a really nice job of rotating in and taking away the roll. So that was good. Still disappointed our rebounding. We got to get better. I just think championship teams rebound, and we got to raise that up. And of course they, feel like, oh, we're hitting shots, coach. That's why we don't have offensive rebounds. But when you look at the amount, the ones we miss, what percentage we get, it's not high enough. So that's an area we got to fix here in the next few weeks.
We'll go ahead with questions.
Y'all have been really good in third quarters this year, but today just felt even better. 37 points in a quarter.
Yeah.
Just what was your kind of halftime talk that led to that?
Yeah, that's the secret. You got to tell them opposite of what you want. So at halftime, we were 1 for 8 from three, and we were doing really well scoring. Otherwise, we were getting to the bucket. We were getting to the foul line. 10 free throws in the first half. So, I tell them, hey, let's keep attacking the baskets, don't just rely on the three. So what do? They go out and hit every three inside. So, you gotta know what you're working with, how to do this.
You touched on this, but that trio with Jada and Diamond and Camille that come in and give you that, does that give you guys another level? Because most teams don't have the ability to match that off their bench when they gotta bring people out.
Firepower. And that was the thing. I left them in a good while in the second period. Because they were playing well. Camille was finishing and scoring well, and Jada Boyd was crashing and making plays and blocking shots, getting rebounds. Diamond was hitting shots. When we're doing that, I always tell them not necessarily all about you. If the team is playing well while you're in there, we're going to let it ride. So if you want more minutes, that's a good way to get it.
Coach, senior day's coming up. We won't talk to you before then, but you're honoring 4 players, 2 who were actually honored last year. They get honored again. Can you talk about that group and what they've meant to this program the last 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, you got Kai Crutchfield and Kayla Jones, been here 5 years. You got Elisa Canane, who's been here 4. You got Raina Perez, who I'm ticked off that we only had for 2 years. But if you want to be half full glass, hey, we could have just had her for 1 year. So bless all those kids, and again, I've said I would love to win a national championship, but I want to do it with people that I'm proud of and that, quite honestly, I enjoy being around. And, that group is unbelievable. I think everywhere I go, people talk about how great people they are, how they take time for people, they take time for kids, whatever it might be. They have built a legacy. They've already hung 2 banners. We took a step closer to hanging another one that hadn't been hung in a long, long time up here. I want them to do everything they can so that when they leave here, when they come back on this campus, people point at them and say, wow, I remember when they were here playing. So we still got a lot of work to do, but no matter what happens, I'll never, ever stop being really, really proud of that group.
On and off the court, how big was it that Kai and KJ decided to come back to this
Yeah, just, huge, and I think part of it was the way our season ended a year ago, and so I think that was a factor, and then I just think these kids love each other, people may not realize, until the COVID year last year, there was only 2 of us Power 5 schools in the country that had never had a player go in the portal. And that's definitely nothing to do with me. That's all about they love their teammates and the environment they're in. They enjoy what they do, the atmosphere, and who they do it with, and so that's why they decided to stay. That and the fact that they wanted to write the last chapter and it be different. And so still a lot of work to do, but glad they stuck around, definitely for me. Next year, senior day, I'm gonna cry probably more than anybody, because we're losing a whole lot of talent walking out that door. So, and I'm sure everybody in the league is chomping at the bit to get a hold of us next year. So it's gonna be a challenge, but hey, right now let's enjoy what we got.
Sort of a follow-up question, a big picture question. You have 2 more regular season games in the tournament. Can you kind of speak to the tournament, how big it is now, as opposed to when you came in, all the games are on TV and the fans, paddling there more so than ever. How the tournament changed from when you first got into it?
Well, the thing is, all our games are on TV now. It's been unbelievable. We're on ACC Network nationally. We've been on ESPN or ESPN2 several times the last 2 years, and then tonight, we're on Sports South or whatever. We're getting all kinds of exposure, and these kids deserve it. And then you look at the crowds. We've sold out, I don't know how many. It's just unbelievable what these players have accomplished and what they've built, with the fan base. We go over to Duke or Carolina, we got as many, if not more fans. And so all that, and then, yes, you're right, it'll carry over to Greensboro. We'll have the most fans there in Greensboro, and it's going to be, great exposure, and, it's an unbelievable time. And we've been fortunate the last 2 years to walk out of there, and I know it's going to be even more challenging to try to do it a 3rd time, but got to be excited about it, and love having it here where our fans can be a part of it.
All that offense tonight, was that just a product of hitting those threes in the 3rd quarter? Obviously helped, but was there anything else that you think got it cranked up?
In the 3rd?
Or just, overall?
Yeah, I think stuff like that's contagious. You hit a couple and everybody gets happy, and at halftime, like I said, we were 1 for 8, and I'm pretty sure we hit our very first one of the game. I think Kai did, and so then that meant we were 0 for 7. All right, so that means in the second half we were 8 for 13 from the 3. Pretty good. Wish we could bottle that up. But we got to make sure we don't get lulled to sleep and thinking we're going to do that every night. Just like at Duke the other day, in the 4th quarter, we hit 11 out of 12 shots. That ain't going to happen every day, and that's why I keep stressing, staying focused and on edge defensively, and then doing a better job on the boards, because there's going to come a night when you're trying to get where we want to get. You got to win several games in a row, and you're going to have a night you don't shoot well. You better do those other things. So got to keep preaching. Maybe need to do a better job of getting it done in practice, but we gotta figure out a way to fix that here in the next couple of weeks.
When did you find out that Louisville lost?
Right before the game,
okay.
and I told them in the huddle.
All right.
Again, we didn't take care of our own business. Obviously, that's the most important thing. But I thought it gave them a jolt of energy to know, and we're in a position where we control our own destiny, and that's a great position to be in. But there's no guarantees, and we still got 2 games left, and it's going to be, Sunday's going to be an emotional day. We're playing a team that leads the ACC in steals, got 3 kids in the top 5 in steals, so we're going to have to be able to handle the press, handle zone defense, take care of the ball, and then they're top in the league in free throw percentage, and they're 2nd in the league in 3-pointers made. So even though Syracuse has struggled at times, they got a lot of firepower and can create a lot of problems. So we got to make sure, even though it's an emotional day, we got to make sure we're ready to take care of business.
Anything else for Coach Moore?